everyone, I just got back from shopping at BLICK in Galesburg, and if you've never been there or if you've never heard of it, the BLICK in Galesburg has this huge warehouse in the back and stuff is marked down ridiculously. I mean, I got I got 6 Copics for $3 each. That's a pretty good deal. Pretty much every time Nicole and I go to Galesburg, I usually never find anything I need in the back, but this time I got everything but 3 things from the back warehouse. So I figured I would share it with you and tell you about it, so maybe in the future, once I get, big and famous, whatever, maybe there could be a little meetup there. Who knows? And I'm talking about Galesburg, Illinois, by the way. So I guess I'll get started with showing you what I got. Okay, so the first thing I got, I'm going to start with the stuff that I got in the main part of the store where everything's full price, nothing's on sale kind of thing. So the first thing I got was artist tape. I use this tape for taping off areas I don't want paint to get on or anything like that. Whenever I do watercolors, I tape down my pieces onto a flat board so that I can stretch it and then not worry about getting outside the white border I want. And it's just handy to have around. It's a low tack kind of tape, so you can put it on something and rip it off, and most of the time it won't rip it. Like, the only time it'll rip the paper that it's on is if it's been on there for a really long time and it's actually adhered to it at that point. So got artist tape. This was about $10 for this roll of artist tape. It's ridiculous. They put the word artist on it and all of a sudden it's like super expensive. I don't get it. The next thing I got full price was just this one tube of dioxazine purple. Or, yeah, pretty much. It's the Winsor & Newton Cotman watercolor. I don't have a purple watercolor. My whole set came with everything but purple, and I'm way too lazy to mix it every time and hope I get the right color, so I'm living off of the one drop of watercolor that Nicole let me borrow like a year and a half ago, and it's still not gone. That's the good part about watercolors. They come in these little tubes, but they last you a really long time, especially if you don't use them regularly like I don't. They last you a really long time. So I just bought myself a small little tube of purple watercolor because why not? And it was only about $3 or $4 at the max, so not a bad price for a full price item, I guess. Next thing I got was just a simple Copic multiliner in the size 0.1. I use this size for almost all of my pieces. I rarely go bigger than that except for the edges on my mini series, my Twisty Tree series, so I rarely go over this size, so I figured I may as well just get it back up in case the one I have now decides to crap out. Now on to the rest of my items that are actually on sale, and pretty much everything except for the book was $3 each, so that's not bad. I think I spent a total of like $60-ish, but if you think about it, especially with all the Copics I got and the paper and the book itself, and I'll put like a little tally down here of what my whole total price would have been if the sale stuff would have been full price. It's a pretty big difference. So the first thing I picked up was this paintbrush, the BLICK Scholastic Wonder White Round in 14. I mainly just wanted a bigger brush because I'm not big on using bigger brushes. I'm one of those artists that likes to work small. So getting a big brush was definitely something I wanted to do, at least get one. That was the one thing I was looking for in the warehouse besides like watercolor paper or something, which I didn't find, but I found something else later on. So this brush was $3 even. It's originally, I think, at least $10. Like, all the brushes I found back there were at least $8 to $10 regular price, if not more, because the next brush I got, what is an size 18 round brush, and this was originally $8.99 and I got it for $3, but there were brushes up there that were just like these two, and they were up to like over $15. So I found two of them in the sizes I wanted that I got for $6 altogether. Not a bad deal for the warehouse. Another thing I got was the Drawing Masterclass book. They had a sketching one as well, and Nicole got the sketching one, so I guess if we needed something from each other's books, we could just swap books. And the cover's a little dirty, but that's because in the warehouse, if it has one single flaw in it, they're gonna mark it down a ton. That's what's so nice about this warehouse is, you know, there's nothing wrong with the inside of this book, but because it has one little dirt smudge on the front where it looks like a sticker might have been or something, because it has one little flaw in it, they marked it down from almost $20 to $10. So that is a 50% off discount on a book that normally would have been $20. So when you're a broke college kid like me, you kind of need as many sales as you can get. And this book pretty much just has a bunch of interior ideas. I've been wanting to practice with landscapes more, and definitely inside areas, especially dealing with perspective. So that's why I got this book to sort of study in, and maybe I'll do a few speed paints of ones that I come up with, because I have Faber-Castell, I think. The ones that Shauna gave me 2 years ago-ish. She sent me a grayscale set of brush pens, and I haven't been able to use them yet, but I think that's what they use in here, so I think it'll be a good way for me to practice. The next thing I found was canvas paper. This is supposed to come with 10 sheets, but there were only 8, so they marked it down from 7, and it was probably more than that. From about $7 down to 3, so that's not bad. I've been painting with acrylics on watercolor paper lately, and I wanted to try, if I had to buy something in the warehouse, because I usually don't find it. I went there thinking I wasn't going to find anything, and when I found this, I figured I would try it, because I've heard a lot about canvas paper, and I've just never had the opportunity to use it, because it's usually been pretty expensive at Hobby Lobby, or I just haven't been able to find it. So finding this, these 8 sheets that I'm probably going to cut in half, for $3 was not a bad find. And then the jackpot of my awesome trip to BLICK with Nicole was finding these 6 Copic wide markers. Copics, as everyone knows, are usually fairly expensive. Some of these vary for some reason, like the one I'm seeing across all these so far is $5.62, but for some reason this one said it was originally $8.99, even though it shouldn't have been because it's a Copic wide, but whatever. I got it for $4.37, and the rest of them I got for $3, even though I think I should have gotten all of them for $3. Dick Blick. But I got Warm Gray 9, Y08, which I actually wasn't sure if I had the color of yet, and I haven't checked yet, but hey. Oh well, it was a good find. E29, R02, E33, and Warm Gray number 7. And I figured I usually say I'm not gonna get past, 5 or 6 in the grays, but I figure since they're the wides, and they have a very skinny width to them, I could get the very thin line of darkness that I need with them, whether I needed both or one of them. So that was probably the most jackpot find of my shopping trip in this haul, was finding all these Copics that I didn't even know they had in the back, and finding like a whole section of them that I could pick through and figure out which ones I didn't have. And even if these, crap out in a week, I can say I had them and I saved money. Excuse me. Anyway, I can say that I found a really good find, and I have 6 Copics now that I didn't have before, and even if I just keep the wides instead of buying the actual marker, I still got it for cheaper than what I usually get them for. So that is all I found for my BLICK warehouse haul and main store haul, I guess. I don't know, we'll call it warehouse haul because that's mainly where I got everything. I hope you enjoyed. Maybe if you're around the area, or if you're looking for a road trip, you can go to the BLICK warehouse in Galesburg, Illinois. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!